Hello friends, today I'm going to start the preamble. This is not only important for exam point of view, but also as a citizen of India we must know what preamble is. Now, from where our founding fathers of constitution got the inspiration to have preamble into our own constitution. Once a big country was formed, and for the first time in the history, the country had the concept of preamble into their constitution. The country was none other than United States of America. So from USA, many countries across the world had copied from them, and our founding fathers also had taken or got inspiration from them to have preamble into our own constitution. Okay, now we will study the preamble from bits and pieces. Now, what is the first line in our preamble? We the people of India. 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 Okay, it is the first line. We the people of India is the first line. Okay, and this is what the source of this line is said to be what? Source of power of Constitution of India. Okay, this line is called what? Source of power of Constitution of India. Now, before moving further in the lecture, I would like to ask you one question. Suppose X is the person. X is the person who is the one of the greatest lawyer of India. He is the one of the greatest lawyer of India. Okay, he is the greatest lawyer of India. Okay, he is the greatest lawyer of India, and he has the vast knowledge on Constitution of India and had written many books on Constitution of India. He is also an intellectual. Okay, my question is, X is the person who is the greatest lawyer of India. He has written many books on Constitution of India. He is the eminent person, or you can say he is the intellectual person. Can the X has the power to write the Constitution of India, and can you replace with present Constitution of India? My question is what? X is the person who has very high knowledge on Constitution of India, written many books on Constitution of India, is one of the greatest lawyer of India. Now my question is, can he write one Constitution of India and can replace with the present Constitution of India? Can he write one Constitution of India and can he replace the present Constitution of India? My question is that. What can you say? Can you write? My answer is no. Because he does not have what? Permission. He does not have what? Permission. Okay. Or he does not have what? Sanction. Okay. He does not have what? Sanction. To write the Constitution and to replace with the present Constitution, he should have permission or he should have what? Sanction. Okay. Then who can write the Constitution? My question is, then if he cannot write, because he is an intellectual person, he has enough knowledge, still he cannot write the Constitution because he has not got the permission or he has not got the sanction. Now my question is, who can write? Who can write the Constitution of India and replace with the present Constitution of India? Can Parliament does it? My question is, can Parliament does it? Can Parliament write a Constitution and replace with the present Constitution? Yes, because they are elected by voting. Parliamentarians are elected by what? Voting. And voting is done by the what? People of India. Okay, parliamentarians are elected by voting and voting is done by the people of India. So they have got the sanction on permission from the people of India. This parliamentarian, they can write the Constitution of India, they can replace with the present one because they has got the permission from the people of India, or they has got the sanction from the people of India in in terms of what? Voting. So they has got the powers, or they has got the permission to write the Constitution of India. Okay, now my question is very simple. What my question? My question is very simple. What my question is, when our constitution was under making, that means when our constitution was forming, it was from 1946 to 1946 9 December. Okay, it was the first day when our first Constituent Assembly was seated. Okay, it was the first day when our Constituent Assembly was seated. Now my question is, who has given the sanction to the Constituent Assembly? My question is, who has given the permission or sanction to Constituent Assembly to write the Constitution of India? My question is very simple. What my question is, who has given the permission or sanction to Constituent Assembly to write the Constitution of India? The permission or sanction had been given by what? The permission or sanction was given by second cabinet mission. Second cabinet mission. Okay, second cabinet mission in the year 1946. They had given the permission to the Constituent Assembly to write the Constitution of India. Okay, now my question is, the permission is given by the second cabinet mission. Now who has given the power to write the Constitution of India? Permission was given by what? Second cabinet mission 1946. They have given the permission to Constituent Assembly to write the Constitution of India. But my question is, who has given the power to Constituent Assembly to write the Constitution? The power had been given by what? People of India. Okay, the power had been given by what? People of India. Okay, so what we can conclude, that permission to write the Constitution of India in 1946 was given by second cabinet mission, and the source of power to write the Constitution of India was what? People. Source was people and permission was what? Second cabinet mission. But at present time, what I was given the example, at present time, both source of power as well as the permission is given by the people. What I have given in the example here, both source of power as well as permission was given by the people. Here both source of power as well as permission was given by the people, but here source of power was people and permission was what? Second cabinet mission. Okay, so this is the first line. With the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, what I am saying, with the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, okay, sovereign, okay, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Okay, republic. What are these actually? What are these five? These five are what? The nature of Indian state. Nature of Indian state. These five are what? Nature of Indian state. Okay, these five are nature of Indian state, or we can say character of Indian state. These five are what? Nature of Indian state or character of Indian state. Now first of all, we will study about sovereign. First we will study about what? Sovereign. What sovereign is. Okay, now before studying about the sovereign, first of all, I would like to study, or would like to discuss. I would like to discuss about what? Historical background. Okay, see, on Indian Independence Act of 1947, 15 August. Okay, what I am saying, Indian Independence Act of 1947, 15 August gave India a dominion status. Okay, what I am saying? I am saying what? Indian Independence Act of 1947, 15 August gave Indian what? Dominion status. Okay, and 26 January 1950 gave India a sovereign state. Okay, now what do you mean by this? Sovereign state and dominion status means what? For that, suppose this is India. Okay, so dominion status means within India. That means within India or inside India. Okay, we are almost free by legally and politically. By politically and legally within India we are almost free, but our head of the state was what? Governor General, and the Governor General was the direct representative of what? Direct representative of British Parliament. Okay, what I am saying? I am saying dominion status means what? Within India we are legally and politically almost free, but our head of the state was what? Governor General, who is the direct representative of what? British Parliament. Okay, who was direct representative of British Parliament. Okay, so head of the state was Governor General, who was direct representative of British Parliament. But what do you mean by sovereign? Sovereign means what? Sovereign means what? Legally and politically we are almost free, but that means what do you mean by sovereign? Legally and politically we are almost free, but head of the state is what? Indians. Head of the state was what? Indians. Okay, head of the state was what? Indians. In case of dominion status, head of the state was what? Governor General, who was the direct representative of British Parliament. Now, what do you mean by sovereign state means head of the state becomes what? Indians. Okay, he was not direct representative of British Parliament. He is what? Indians. Okay, head of the state becomes what? Indians. That means what we can conclude? That means within India as well as externally, internally as well as externally, we are almost free. Okay, so sovereign means what? Externally as well as internally. Okay, we are almost what? Free. We can take our own decision both externally and internally. We are not dominant to another country. Okay, that means no external force can influence India. Okay, no external force can influence India. That's what when you have seen that from Chinese soldiers in the Galwan Valley, when they are approaching towards Indians, okay, towards India, when they are approaching towards India in the Galwan Valley, then Indians army also, they went and they have given them a befitting reply. Okay, they have given they are going to protect India. This Indian army were going to protect Indian when they were approaching towards Indians. Okay, because they are just interfering with our sovereignty. Okay, they are interfering with our sovereignty. We are almost free. No one can either internally or externally can affect our what? Sovereignty. Okay, we are almost free to take our own decision. Okay, now one question is there. India is a member of UNO. India is a member of UNO, or India is a member of what? Commonwealth. And there are many other organizations where India is a member. BRICS, BIMSTEC, all these are the members of what? India is a member of all those. But my question is, suppose UNO is asking India, dear Indians, you please send a peacekeeping force. What UNO is asking? UNO is asking that, dear Indians, you please send a peacekeeping force. Peacekeeping force. Dear Indians, you please send a peacekeeping force. Then it's up to India. It's up to India. Okay. It's up to India. Okay. Whether India will send peacekeeping force or not. The decision of UNO is not binding on us. Okay. The decision of UNO is not binding on us. It's up to India whether they will send or not. The UNO cannot force us to, because we are sovereign. Okay. We are sovereign, so UNO cannot force us to send a peacekeeping force. It's up to us whether we want or not. Okay. Similarly, Commonwealth. Okay. So in case of Commonwealth also, if they give some advices to India, whether India will obey that order or not, that will depend upon India. If India wants, then easily they can obey, or if India do not want, then this Commonwealth also cannot force India to obey their advices. Okay, so it's up to Indians whether their advices are not binding on us. Okay, that is what sovereignty is. Now my one more question, that is what India is a sovereign. India is what? Sovereign. Okay, India is a what? Sovereign. Okay, India is sovereign whether Indians are sovereign or not. My question is very simple. What I am asking, India is what? Sovereign. Okay, India is sovereign, but India is sovereign, but whether Indians are sovereign or not. India is a sovereign. India, that means India as a whole is sovereign, but Indians are sovereign or not. Indians means the people of India. The people of Indians are sovereign or not. India is a sovereign, but people of Indians are not sovereign. Why I am saying? Because suppose B is a person and A is a person. A does not like B. A does not like B, so A want to kill B. A want to kill B. Can A kill B? Because since A does not like B, or B is not liked by A, can A kill B? Can A kill B? No, because we are bounded by law. Indians are bounded by law. Okay, we have to run according to the law. Okay, if he kills, then B will be behind the bar, because law will take the action. So Indians are not sovereign. India is sovereign, Indians are not sovereign. Okay, so they are bound, Indians are bounded by law. Okay, Indians are bounded by law. बट एक जगह है जहाँ पर इंडियंस भी sovereignty, Indian people are also what? So they have also sovereign. Okay, एक जगह है जहाँ पर Indians are also sovereign. कौन सा जगह है? During voting. Okay, so during voting Indians are sovereign. Indians are sovereign during voting. How? Because the people of India can vote to anybody according to their wish. Okay, he or she has the freedom to vote anybody, any candidates. Nobody can force him to vote others. Okay, it's up to him, whom he like, he can vote. So during the voting time, Indians are having what? Sovereign. Okay, Indians are having what? Sovereign during voting time. Okay, next important is what? After sovereign we get what? Socialist. What do we get? Socialist. Okay, socialist. In the preamble, next one is what? Socialist. Okay, now if I have used this word in 1950, then suddenly people will think of about what? Russia. Okay, suddenly people will think of what? Russia. Why? The Russia has a what? It is a Russia has a what? Marxist socialist. Marxist, okay, Marxist socialist, okay, Marxist socialist, okay, or communist socialist, communist socialist. What I am saying that if I would have used this word in 1950, suddenly people will think of about what? Russia. Russia had a what? Marxist socialist or communist socialist. Now what is the principle of the Marxist or communist socialist? The principle is what? If this is the state, okay, if this is the state will own all the resources, okay, the state will own all the resources. What I am saying, the state will own all the resources of the country, all the resources of the country, okay. What I am saying is what? I am saying the Marxist socialist. This is the state will own all the resources of the country. All the resources of the country will be owned by state, and state will distribute everyone equally. State will distribute everyone equally, okay. So all the resources of the country will be owned by state, and state will distribute to all the persons, all the citizens of the country equally. Suppose 1 lakh population is there, suppose 1 lakh population is there, okay, 1 lakh population is there, and resources is 1 lakh, resources is also what? 1 lakh, okay, resources is also 1 lakh, then each people will get 1 rupees. Resources is 1 lakh, people is 1 lakh, then all people will get what? Rupees 1 rupees. This is what Marxist socialist or communist socialist, okay. Now India doesn't have this. India has another brand of socialism, okay. India has another brand of socialism which is said to be democratic socialism. India has a what? Not this type of socialism. India has a what? Another type of socialism which is called democratic socialism, okay. Democratic socialism, okay, democratic socialism, okay. So what do you mean by democratic socialism? Democratic socialism means what? The state will not distribute all the resources will equally. The state will not distribute all the resources equally. What the state will do? State will give equal opportunity to earn the same resources to every citizen, okay. What I am saying that in democratic socialism, the state will not distribute the resources equally, but what state will do? State will give every citizen equal opportunity to earn the same resources, okay. Suppose Mukesh Ambani had 6 lakh crore resources, okay, 6 lakh crore resources, 6 lakh crore resources possessed by what? Mukesh Ambani, okay. So our state will give me, you and everyone same opportunity to earn 6 lakh crore rupees, okay. Our state will give us same opportunity, give you, me, Jodu, Modhu, everybody the same opportunity to earn the 6 lakh crore rupees, okay. The state will not distribute 6 lakh crore to everybody. What state will do? State will give equal opportunity to earn the same resources to every citizen. This is what? Democratic socialism, okay. Equal opportunity to earn the same resources to every citizen, okay. Same resources to every citizen, okay. Now democratic socialism is a blend of Marxist. It is a blend of what? It is a blend of Marxist as well as Gandhian socialism. What I am saying? what I am saying is what? Democratic socialism is a blend of Marxist and Gandhian socialism, but it leans more towards Gandhian socialism. What I am saying, that democratic socialism is a blend of Marxist socialism and Gandhian socialism, but it leans more towards Gandhian socialism. In layman terms, democratic socialism is a mixture of communist socialism or Marxist socialism and Gandhian socialism. That means, in layman terms, democratic socialism is a mixture of Marxist socialism and Gandhian socialism, and it leans more Gandhian socialism. That means, although it is a mixture of Marxist and Gandhian, but more composition is what? Gandhian socialism. We will find more what? Gandhian socialism. Okay, more we will find what? Gandhian socialism. Okay, so democratic socialism is a what? A blend of Marxist and Gandhian, and it leans more towards what? Gandhian socialism. Okay, now question is, why this term was given by what? This term was given by what? This term was given by added by 42nd Amendment Act. 42nd Amendment Act, okay, 1976 by Madam Indira Gandhi. Okay, now why is this have any constitutional significance? Can this socialist term has a constitutional significance? I am asking you, can this term has a constitutional significance? It doesn't have a constitutional significance. Then why Mrs. Gandhi added this in through the 42nd Amendment Act? Because it was, she wanted to send a political message. She wanted to send a what? Political message. Okay, she wanted to send a what? Political message, but it doesn't possess any what? Constitutional significance. Okay. Now question is, why Mr. Ambedkar did not use the word socialist in the preamble? Because while he was writing in 1946 to 50 onwards, while they were writing the constitution in the preamble, why he did not use the word socialist? The reason is very simple, because he already mentioned in the preamble that equality of status and of opportunity. He has mentioned a sentence, what? Equality of status and of opportunity. Okay, opportunity. Okay, so equal opportunity has been given to every citizen to earn the same resources. He has used this already. That's why he did not want to confuse the people with the socialist words, because in that time people suddenly think of about what? About the Russia, about the Marxist or communist socialism. Okay, now my question is, did LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization in 1991 had affected this socialist? Okay, socialist, it had affected about communist society, communist socialist. Okay, communist socialist. Okay, since okay, liberalization, privatization and globalization in 1991 had affected what? Communist socialist, but it had a very little impact on Gandhian socialist. Okay, Gandhian socialism. Okay, in Gandhian socialism, it had a very little impact on what? Liberalization, privatization and globalization. But in communist socialist, it had impacted. It had a little impact. Okay, since India is a mixture of what? Communist socialism and the Gandhian socialism. So in communist socialist, what? it had a little effect, but in Gandhian socialism it had a very rare effect. Okay, since India leaned more towards Gandhian socialism, so we had a very little impact of LPG in 1991. Okay, we had a very little impact. So we can say India is a mixture of, India is said to be mixed economy. India is said to be mixed economy. It has both private economy as well as public economy. Okay, so India is said to be mixed economy because it has both mixture of private economy as well as public economy, or we can say it is a mixture of communist and Gandhian socialism. Okay, we can say it is a mixed economy because it is a mixture of communist as well as Gandhian socialism, or you can say it is a mixture of private and public economy. That's why it is mixed economy. Okay, because it is a composed of both public as well as private economy, so it is called mixed economy. Okay, it is called mixed economy. It is called mixed economy. Now next, after sovereign, next important topic is after sovereign it was socialist, then it is secular. Okay, secular. Okay, secular. Okay, secular. Okay, now secular has two definition. One is from Western definition. One is Western definition. Okay, Western definition, and India has different definition. Okay, so it has two definition. One is Western definition, another is Indian definition. Now what is Western definition? Okay, suppose this is state. Suppose this is state, and this is religion. Okay, this is state, this is religion. Okay, so there will be big wall in between state and religion, and the state will be asked not to look after religion. Okay, there is a big wall in between state and religion, and state will be asked not to look after religion, and religion will be asked not to look after state. Okay, what I am saying is suppose this is the state, this is the religion. So in between them have a great wall, and state will be asked not to look after religion, and religion will be asked not to look after state. Okay, that means state will be asked not to interfere with the matters of religions, and religion will be asked not to interfere into the matter of state. Okay, so this is a complete divorce between state and religion. Western definition is complete divorce between state and religion. Okay, complete divorce between state and religion. Okay, no one can interfere with their own activities. Okay, now India में तो ऐसा नहीं होता है. Okay, because you have seen how the state had interfered in the Sabrimala case. Okay, how the state had also interfered with the Sabrimala case. Okay, how the state had also interfered with the Sabrimala case. I will tell the incident of Sabrimala case in separate lectures, but today for just limit. Today I am not going through much. Just I am saying that in Sabrimala case the state had interfered, okay, into the religion. Okay, so India में ऐसा नहीं होता है. India में क्या होता है? India has a different brand of secularism. Okay, India पे क्या होता है? सर्वधर्म okay, संभव. Okay, संभव. Okay, so सर्वधर्म संभव, that means all religion are given equal importance. All religion are given equal importance. Okay, sarv dharma sambhav, all religion are given equal importance. Okay, all religion are given equal importance. In India, the state is neither have a state religion. State doesn't have their own religion. Okay, neither they are anti-religion. What I am saying, the state is neither they have possess any particular religion, not they are anti-religion. The state is not having any particular religion, at the same time state is not anti-religion. So they are neither, state doesn't have their own religion, at the same time they are also not anti-religion. They are also not what? Anti-religion. But they are said to be watchful ambivalence. That means whenever time will come to interfere into the religion, state will interfere, like in the case of what? Sabrimala. Okay, so state, although it doesn't possess any religion, although they are not anti-religion, but they are watchful ambivalent, meaning whenever time will come to interfere, obviously state will what? Interfere. Now my question is why our genius Mr. Ambedkar was one of the genius of the India, why he did not use the word secular? Because he did not use the word secular into the original preamble. Main reason is he did not want to confuse the people. He did not want to confuse the people about these two definitions, because Western world have different secularism, India has different secularism. So he doesn't want to confuse people. But he was what? He very smartly he has written what? Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Okay, he has written what? In the preamble, liberty of belief, liberty of faith, liberty of worship. That means all citizen has liberty of belief, all citizen has liberty of faith, all citizens have liberty of worship. This is what the meaning of secularism in India. Okay, he has not written directly secular words because he doesn't want to confuse people about Western and what? Indian definition. He was describing the meaning of secularism, okay, by writing liberty of belief, faith, liberty of faith and liberty of worship. Although he has given us what? This that means secularism in our fundamental rights from article, okay, in the fundamental rights also he has given, okay, and in the what? Preamble also he has written the liberty of belief, faith and liberty of worship. Okay, so he was one of the very talented Indian, Mr. Ambedkar. So okay, so it's what? Secular. Next topic is what? After secular, what? India secular. After secular, next word is what? After secular, next word. Now do you think the secularism word, okay, the secular word which have been added by 42nd amendment, by Mrs. Gandhi in 1976, do you think it has a political it has a constitutional significance? I don't think so, because it was already described by what? Our great genius Mr. Ambedkar by writing liberty of faith, liberty of worship, liberty of belief. Okay, so no need to write this word. But why Mrs. Gandhi had added this word? Because she wanted to send a political message. Okay, she wanted to send a what? Political message. Okay, that's why she has written this word or amended this word into the preamble. But Mr. Ambedkar already has given the word that liberty of faith, liberty of belief, liberty of worship, that already he has already given all the citizens the freedom of religion. So there was no use to write this word into the preamble. Okay, she had written it in order to send a political message at that time. Now next topic on our preamble is what? Democratic. with the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic. Okay, now next term is democratic. Okay, now what is the democratic? Okay, it is what? It is the doctrine of popular sovereignty. It is doctrine of what? Popular sovereignty. Popular sovereignty is a doctrine of what? Democracy. Popular sovereignty is a doctrine of what? Democracy. Now what do you mean by this? This is meaning what? Rule by indigenous people. Okay, rule by indigenous people. Okay, rule by indigenous people is what? Popular sovereignty. Okay, rule by indigenous people is called popular sovereignty, or this is also said to be what? Autochthony. This is also said to be what? Autochthony. Okay, autochthony is what? Rule by indigenous. Okay, it's called what? Autochthony. Now there is a two type of democracy. There is a two type of democracy. Okay, there is a two type of democracy. One is called direct democracy. There is a two type of democracy. One is called what? Direct democracy. Okay, direct democracy. Another is called indirect democracy. Okay, direct is what? All the people are involved in policy making. Okay, all people of the country, are involved in what? Policy making. But in indirect democracy, we choose our representative. Okay, our representative has been chosen by voting. Okay, our representative has been chosen by what? Voting. Because for a large country like India, all people cannot rule. We choose our representative to rule us either in the parliament or in what? Legislative assemblies. This is what? Indirect democracy. Okay, and indirect democracy further divided into what? Presidential democracy or parliamentarian democracy. Parliamentarian democracy or presidential democracy. Okay, so indirect democracy further divided into presidential and parliamentarian democracy. Now India falls under parliamentarian democracy. So what are the characteristics of parliamentarian democracy? Number one characteristic is what? Executive is responsible to legislature. Executive is responsible to legislature. Okay. Number two, universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. Okay. Again, number three, free, fair and periodic election. Free, fair and periodic election. Okay. Now why free, fair, why periodic election is needed? Suppose now we have Modi government from 2019 to 2024. Suppose suddenly our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister announced that after 2050 only next election will happen. That means democracy gaya. Okay, because in democracy there must be what? Free, fair and periodic election. Okay, if any government announced that after few years, after 20 years, after 30 years only election will be held, that means it will not be periodic election. That means democracy is vanished. Okay, so free, fair and periodic election is must and a parliamentary form of democracy. Okay, and number four is what? Independency of judiciary. Okay, independence of judiciary. Independence of judiciary is also important. Number 5 is what? Absence of discrimination on certain grounds. Absence of discriminations on certain grounds. These are the what? Characteristics of parliamentary form of democracy. Okay, these 5 are very important. Okay, now we have seen there are many types of democracy. But in all type of democracy, one thing is common. Remember, their democracy may be different types, but in every type of democracy, one thing is common. Can you say me what is that thing? Can anyone say me that in every form of democracy, one thing is common? That common thing is what? Government must be responsible to people. In every form of government, every form of democracy, government must be responsible to people. Okay, now our founding fathers, mainly Dr. Ambedkar, he has, according to him, political democracy is meaningless. Political democracy is meaningless, okay, without social democracy. Okay, so according to Dr. Ambedkar, what? Political democracy is meaningless without what? Social democracy. He had given much emphasis on what? Social democracy. Okay, now since we have got many definitions of democracy, one definition which had been given by Abraham Lincoln is very famous. What is democracy? What the definition of democracy according to what? Abraham Lincoln, and it is actually the most used one. That means it is the most suitable definition of democracy. Democracy is a government which is formed by the people, for the people, by the people, for the people, and of the people. Okay, so it is the most famous definition or most suitable definition of a democracy. It is a government formed by the people, for the people, and of the people. Okay, next word is what? Republic. Next word is what? Republic. Okay, next topic is what? Republic. Okay, next topic is what? Republic. Okay, republic. Okay, now what is the definition we know about the republic? What is the definition that we know about the republic? Okay, republic means where head of the state is an elected representative. Okay, head of the state is what? An elected representative. Okay, elected representative. Then my question is on 26 January 1950, I am asking a question. Okay, I am asking a question that on 26 January 1950, our first president was elected. My question is very simple. What I am asking, on 26 January 1950, our first president was elected. Because what is the definition of republic? Definition of republic is what? Head of the state is what? An elected representative. So my question, according to the definition, my question is what? On 26 January 1950, did our first president was elected? what you will say? You will say no, our first president was not elected on 26 January 1950. That means this definition is incomplete. This definition is what? Incomplete. I am not saying this definition is wrong. This definition is very correct. Okay, no doubt about that. But this definition is not complete definition of republic. There is other thing which satisfies the definition of republic along with this definition. Okay, so 26 जनवरी 1950 को क्या हुआ था? 26 जनवरी 1950 को अगर we did not elect our first president, then what had happened? Why it is importance? Why it is so much importance? Why we celebrate? So we spend lots of money. Okay, we call people from outside. Lots of most of the president from very powerful countries to come. Why we did this? Because on this date 1950, commencement of, or you can say enforcement. It is a enforcement of Constitution of India. Enforcement. Okay, enforcement of Constitution of India had happened. Okay, the Constitution of India was enforced for the first time on 26 January 1950, and adoption was 26 November 1949. Okay, 1949 at 1949 26 November adoption was there. We adopted the constitution, but enforcement took place or came into force. Okay, came into force on 1950. Okay, so enforcement of Constitution of India took place in 26 January 1950. तो क्या हुआ? ये तो सिर्फ इट्स ए लॉ ना. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया इज व्हाट? ए बुक ही है ना. ओनली बुक, लॉ बुक ना. सो व्हाई इट हैज सो सिग्निफिकेंस? बिकॉज this Constitution of India is not a simple book. It is what? Fundamental law of the land. It is what? Fundamental law of the land. Okay, what I am saying, you listen very carefully. Okay, so on this date we enforce for the first time Constitution of India, and this Constitution of India is what? Fundamental law of the land. Okay, now think for some time. You think India is a democratic country. India is a democratic country. Okay, not republic. You just assume what I am telling. I am telling that you assume that India is a democratic country, not republic for time being. India is a democratic country, not republic. So we have the government. We have government. Okay, so India is a democratic country, but time being you think India is only democratic, not republic. So India is a democratic country, not republic for time being you think. So the government can they pass a law saying that from today women will not get any government job, any gov job. What I am saying, India is a democratic country, not republic. Time being you assume. So we have this democratic government. So can they pass a law stating that from today women will not get any job? Can they pass this law? Can they pass? Yes, they can pass. Why? They can pass because they came to the power by voting, and voting is done by the people of India. Okay, so they have got the power from the people. Since they have got the power from the people, so they can pass any law, but they can pass any law if they are not republic. What I am saying, they can pass any law if they are not republic, but if they are republic. Now consider, so India is a what? Republic. If they are republic, then they have what? Fundamental law of the land. If India is republic, that means India has what? Fundamental law of the land. Okay, India is what? India has what? Fundamental law of the land, which is called Constitution of India. Now they will see that Constitution of India, which is called fundamental law of the land, which doesn't allow discrimination between male and female, or men or women. Okay, now this government will see that the fundamental law of the land, which is called Constitution of India, the Constitution of India does not allow the distinction between male and female. So this government cannot pass this law if India is what? Republic. See the power of republic. Okay, so डेमोक्रेसी होने से कुछ नहीं होगा, डेमोक्रेसी के साथ साथ क्या होना चाहिए? रिपब्लिक भी होना चाहिए. ओके, देन ओनली इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर द सिटीजन or people. Okay, so what does it do? What does it do? What does it do? Suppose this is a state. Okay, state or government which is very powerful. This is a state or government. We can say the government as a state also. Okay, okay, so they have very huge power. Okay, but these power are limited by what? Constitution of India. Okay, so this government, they are limited, their power is limited by what? Constitution of India. They can do whatever they want, but that must be what? That must allowed by what? Constitution of India. Okay, they can do only that thing which can allowed by what? Our Constitution. That is the strength of the what? Constitution of India. So the definition of republic, one is what? Head of the state is what? An elected representative. In addition to that, our fundamental law of the land, which is called Constitution, that came into force on that day. Okay, okay, what is the definition? First definition is what? Republic, where head of the state is what? An elected representative. At the same time, on that day, our fundamental law of the land, which is called Constitution of India, came into force on that day. These two together what form? They call what? Republic. Okay, one is elected head, is head of the state is what? Elected representative. Next one is what? On the same date, our fundamental law of the land, which is called Constitution of India, came into force. Okay, this is called lex rex. Lex rex. What is the lex rex? The Constitution of India, or law is the king of the king. Law is the king of the king. King of the king, which is called lex rex. Okay, and the definition, the republic definition will be head of the state is head of the state is what? Elected representative, as well as lex rex. Law is the king of the king. That's why we call this what? Republic. These are the two components of what? Republic. One is the lex rex, another is what? Head of the state is what? An elected representative. And there is one more component this law, this republic possesses. What is that? All public offices are open to everybody. All public offices are open to everybody. This is the third component. What is the third component? All public offices are open to every citizen. Every citizen. Okay, all public offices are open to every citizen. They can come by their merit. Okay, so these are the character or nature of the India. These five: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Other, we have aims and objective, and adoption. Aims and objective I am going to do in the next class. Okay, remaining portion of the preamble I will do in the next class. So thank you very much.